When I was a teenager, it happened. I can't exactly explain it if I'm honest, but I'm gonna try my best for all of you, just in case anyone else sees what I saw that night. The weekend had begun, and I'd come to visit my stepdad in Benfleet. It was a nice quiet place. The train ride there was pretty relaxing. Everything was normal except the feeling I got when I walked through the cemetery. Like a feeling of being watched, as if someone locked eyes on me, a burning sensation in the back of my head if you will. As I previously said, the cemetery aside, it was a fairly normal day. When I arrived at my stepdad's house, me and him both sat down and watched television as we normally would. I eventually grew bored of watching the football, it wasn't really my sport anyway. I proceeded to go into the computer room, which I assume was probably intended as a dining room maybe. I sat on the computer doing normal things I would, watching videos, playing games, and doing random Google searches as usual. I heard noises from the living room, as usual. The sound of the television remote hitting the floor, the sound of random films my stepdad was watching. They all seemed normal to me, so I decided it was about time I joined him. I went in to find him asleep, with the remote still in the arm of his chair. At the time, I found nothing strange about this, except the fact I didn't hear him pick it up. I must have just zoned out, or so I presume. But later events make me think otherwise. It was about 12 o'clock when I went to bed. I had a sense of unease as I lay down, but I managed to get my sleep fairly quickly, without much trouble. But when I awoke, it was quiet. I couldn't even hear my stepdad's usually loud snoring. It was dead silent, and the bedroom was cold. I pulled the covers from over my head, and when I looked to the window expecting to see the shine of the moon, it wasn't there. All I saw was two glowing white hands and an oval-shaped face to match. The eyes were white with small black pupils and the smile I could never forget. It was a grimace with jagged teeth. The creature stared me down for what seemed like an eternity. All I could do was stare back at this horrifying sight. When I finally gained enough composure, I did what any young teen would do. I hid under my covers, unable to call for help as if my voice had been stolen from me. I was unable to say a word. All I wanted to do was scream for help from my stepdad, who was only in the adjacent room. I can't remember anything after my head going under those covers. The next morning broke in, and my stepdad awoke me. The visage of that night still haunts me to this day. I swear I can see it every time a window enters the corner of my eye, like it's following me, and always watching.